Okay folks, this should be the last demo for the day. This is an interesting one. Let's see if I can make it look a treat. I'm going to look at it later. Okay, let's see what we have here. What I call an NYC magazine, but I call it the NYC, and this is called the New Yorker. And we're interested in this picture here. So this article, this picture, really colourful, nice. It's a bit of a 1960s retro image. Trying to put it into the corner where I've put my thumb. I don't know how big we're going to make it. So now we're just going to make it. Yeah, that's come up looking quite nice. It's filled the page nicely. Looks really nice. Going to make it into something more interesting than just a static image. So we're going to now darken it a bit, and we're going to take out the enlargements. Switch it to 100%, and this should hopefully, so this is our New Yorker. Yeah folks, incidentally I'd like to go to New York. New York is the most, to me is the best, I feel like it's the best place in the world. You know, if I can just get there. I'm not going to basically call it home if I can go there. I'm just going to go there as a really nice long holiday with hopefully with my partner Luigi, who also would be into this stuff, because photocopier art was very popular in New York back in the 70s, like back in 1978, for example, when the book called Copy Art was written, and it was written in New York. So New York is a place that has basic significance in that my passion for photocopier art had its birth there, and I've always been, the photocopier art was there, and even the photocopier itself was pretty much designed in New York, or a large part of it was. The Xerox history, maybe it's New Jersey, I don't know what the difference between New Jersey and New York is, but basically it just takes me back, because I'm into photocopiers, and it's a place where big dreams happen in the photocopier world. But of course, when I become CEO of a future photocopier company, everything's going to be Australian about it, because even though I love the US, and I've got US citizenship, if I'm correct, if they haven't changed the rules, but basically I was born in Guam, an island that's under the jurisdiction of the US military, if I'm correct. And I was born there because my parents were working there, and I was there for 2 weeks, and then my parents had to leave, obviously to get a different job or something, and it was like they were always moving around a bit. And yeah, so when I was born on US soil on the tiny island of Guam, but it's still American. So basically I'm really pleased that I was born there, because America, even though Australia is my home country and it's the country I pledge allegiance to, I see America as my sister country. Like, I wouldn't call it home, but it still means a lot to me, the US. So I really love the US, but I just call Australia home, and that's it. And when I build this photocopier, I'll be living in Australia. I'll be building this thing in Australia and designing it. It's going to be Australian-owned, Australian-made, and Australian designed. But the good thing is it'll help my citizenship, my dual national citizenship, because my parents were both born in Australia. That's how I get the Australian citizenship. I have to carry a proof of citizenship certificate around with me, as well as my, because I was born overseas and my parents were born here in Aussie land, and because they were born in Australia, that means I have Australian citizenship, but I still have to carry a paper known as a proof of citizenship document, because apparently that's what you have to do when you're born overseas, or at least from the US. But basically, these are my two favourite countries, America and Australia. But I call Australia home, and this new photocopier system I propose to build one day is going to be Australian. This looks shit house. I don't like the colours in that. But yeah, I just pledge allegiance to Australia, but at the same time I love America, and I'd love to go to New York. Folks, I would just love to go to New York. So I just got that on too light, and I might have to do a little bit of work on this. But yeah, I do want to go to New York with my partner Luigi. I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news so I can get there, so I can find where Luigi is and get in touch with him, and also get recognised as a photocopier artist, so I can start making money doing what I'm good at and not worrying about my disability, because I'm disabled. And you probably heard me whinging a lot about my disability and how it impacts on my life and my lifestyle and all that. But I can't go to the USA unless I get in touch with Luigi. Otherwise I won't be able to afford to go there. So if I stay here and I'm stuck with this disability shit that I have, this disability is going to scuttle my, because I'm not rich. I won't earn much being on Centrelink. Can't earn much. I'm not rich. My photocopier art isn't recognised, so I can't get any art exhibitions happening, which means I can't sell my work. And this is, I don't know if I like this, and I'm always printing this I don't know. I don't think it looks shit house, the colour in that. I just don't know what I'm doing here, folks. Just going to switch it back to, going to leave it, going to work with it like that. But basically, yeah, I just really need to get in touch with Luigi. I need to get in touch with him, otherwise I'll never go to New York if I'm on my own. I can't, with my disability, I can't even navigate. I have trouble navigating around Sydney and the suburbs, even using my GPS. I have trouble with, remembering things and places. So there's no way I'm going to New York on my own, even if I had the money. I keep forgetting to switch the switch it to whatever, folks. But yeah, I really need to get in touch with Luigi because I just can't. You know, even if I could afford going to New York, I can't do it on my own. I can't guide myself around because I'll just end up getting lost and getting into a flurry of tears, or I just can't. I just don't have the ability to navigate this through places like that I'm not familiar with. So if I can just get on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9, that's what I'm trying to do, folks. That's the end game for now, is to try and get on the 6 o'clock news. And that's come up looking quite interesting, actually. Look at that. It's really yellow. Maybe a little bit too mellow yellow. But basically, I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news. I'm trying to make my mark in society, because I don't want to be just a face in the crowd. I'm too disabled for trying to work in a normal, so-called normal job and earning a normal wage. I just can't do that. I just don't have the ability, but I'm good at photocopier art and I want to be recognised for it. It's a talent, it's a gift. Take my word for it, folks. Do not ever dump a gift. Do not ever say it's too hard, it's too expensive, it's too difficult, you can't do it, there's no career, there's no future. That's what they say about art, but I can't do that. You can't do that, folks. You can't just dump your talent. You can't just put your talent away just because it's not considered lucrative. That you can't make money out of it. I made that mistake when I was 19 and look what I'm living with. I went through all sorts of strife. So now I have to fucking pull out all the stops and try and find another way to get this talent recognised, because even with these setbacks I have, I cannot do it. I cannot stop until I finally get this stuff on air. I can't allow my talent to get rotted away and just keep rotting away in a disability enterprise, packing things. Packing is not for me. This is me, and I'm not going to be on Centrelink forever. I can't. It's a gift. This is a gift. A gift. So it's up to you, Channel 9, to play my material so that my gift can become well and truly lucrative, and I can find my partner Luigi, get married and head to New York for a real blast of a holiday. I'm lonely as well, and loneliness kills. It's like smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So Channel 9, please show me some clemency and play my material, okay? I know I know house fires and shark attacks, car crashes, murders, rapes, drug busts are all treasures to you. But if you can just put one little treasure aside and play this one's bound to be a bigger treasure than all those shitty things put together. So it's up to you, Channel 9. You can make me or you can break me. You can put me in the limelight where I belong, where I can make money out of this stuff and get off Centrelink and no longer be a burden to the taxpayer, or you can just let me sink in the cost of living and the drudgery of working in a disability job and it's effectively a sheltered workshop, having to rely on taxpayers for a piddly stipend of Centrelink. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to Centrelink, but it's not my life. It's not what I want. I want to be off it, and I want to pay back Centrelink by paying back to community, helping others, all right, less fortunate than myself. I want to give Centrelink the respect that it deserves for the decades that it served me, but it's time to say goodbye to Centrelink and to just earn my own living and get married and have a double income and a happy life. All right, happily ever after. Do you get it? Gotta go. Fuck it.